What up, y'all? Hog chicken in the whip on the road, headed to the local Cineplex, and then going to the gym. I have to go pick up my daughters from the movies. I went to see Moana, starring Hulk Chicken as Maui. What can I say except it's chest day, shoulders, and that's it. Chest day is the best day with some shoulders in that bitch. Upper body day one. I'm gonna do basically everything I did the last day, except I'm adding one movement I had seen on Instagram. I've been considering starting dips again. I haven't done dips in forever. I'm thinking dips and pull-ups, but it's kind of at the same time I kind of just want to get the most what's the word? Just the biggest response I can, hypertrophy wise. Just total fucking brain fart. I haven't even had my post workout shake yet. But yeah, I don't want to worry about like stabilizing all this bullshit. I'm really just looking to get more bubbly at this point. And I've seen this dip variation. It looks pretty fucking cool. I mean, I could just use the assisted dip, but I like the way this looked. I want to try it. Basically, you get into the dip position on the free weight dip, and you just have a stool behind you, or just anything really you can put your feet on. Just leverage your feet on that. Lean a bit forward, have your feet back, and it's supposed to put a pretty high emphasis on the lower pecs. So I really want to give that a go. What the fuck, dog? You could have waited till I passed, motherfucker. What the fuck? Some dink, and he was pulled over on the side of the road. Just actually on the train tracks. And then he must not have looked and just decided to turn and try to turn around. I'm coming at you at 80 miles per hour. Sorry, kilometers an hour. So what the fuck? But anyway, yeah. Start off with rear delts. I might actually try that dip variation before I even do the flat with the buffalo bar. I don't know. But I was also thinking of saying fuck flat and hitting the Cybex press. So like a couple wheels on there for sets of 7 to 12. And then hitting the buffalo bar incline. I think that could be greatly beneficial to my upper pectorals. That just sounds fun. I really want to try the buffalo bar on the decline. Because like I really want to develop the lower pecs. I'm wondering if that range of motion, like that greater range of motion, would help the lower pecs. I don't know though. I might just experiment with that too. But I don't like doing decline. It feels weird. I don't like it. I feel a lot of my front delt. Maybe that's just me though. I don't know. And I know like one of my last upper body days, I was excited to feel my front delt. Did I say rear delt earlier? I was excited to feel my front delt in the movement, but like I don't want to feel it every fucking time. But yeah, just see how it goes. Also, I'm fucking pissed. Not like it really matters at this point. There's not an audience, but like I've said in the past, at the same time, this is just more for me, just so I can keep track of what I'm doing. I had recorded a back day I don't remember what day. It doesn't matter. And half of it was fucking deleted. And then I went in the trash on my phone and it was empty. So I have no idea. That fucking sucks. It was a decent back day. I felt pretty strong. Did what I said I was gonna do. I did all my sets with on the seal row with 205. I got reps of like 9 to 10 or 9 to 11. Slow, controlled. Some real stimulating sets. It was good though. Fuck! Oh well, there'll be other days. Like, not the biggest deal in the world. Just do it again in about 4 days. Some cycle talk. I don't remember if I mentioned this, but I went up to 250 milligrams instead of 200, and I upped the Ostrine to 20 milligrams. I mean, some people may be outraged, others might be like, why are you being such a pussy? I think it's a pretty decent dosage. Don't really want to go above that. I probably will when I'm cutting though. I really wish I was on YK right now instead of Ostrine, and then should have used the Ostrine during a cut that I'll be doing. Excuse me, that was rude. But fuck it. Fuck it. Also, I'll probably, once I have my post-workout shake, I'll probably go on a big rant. Maybe. I don't know. Just because I've been watching a lot more YouTube fitness videos, and I've just noticed so much bullshit, especially from one YouTuber specifically. I don't really want to mention names, but my God, he's just turned into a total cunt. I just can't stand the guy. I watch him, but it's like, it's more out of curiosity. I'm curious as to when somebody he makes a video about is just going to kill themselves, and then he'll have to make an apology video, because the guy's become pretty ruthless and also super hypocritical. It just really irritates me. It grinds my gears. I'd mentioned that in one of my earlier videos. I hate when guys that use steroids and, like, just because you use steroids and you were at one point a decent bodybuilder, it doesn't make you a fucking chemist. It doesn't make you a biologist. You know? Like, me personally, I'm not trying to glorify anything. I'm just using it because I want to use this shit. That's it. I have goals. I want to hit them before I die. And I'm not saying it's the only way to reach your goals, but some goals kind of is. Like, I got decent genetics. Like, I think I benched 345 at 18, 19 years old. I got in the gym when I was 17. I remember being in grade 9. I hadn't bench pressed before. I tried 135. I got it up, but then I tried it again and it just crashed on my fucking chest. That hurt. But I mean, I've always had okay genetics. I don't consider myself elite, but I've always been a pretty strong guy. So, like, a lot of, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, but certain things I want to do, I don't think might genetic potential will allow me to hit those goals. But I fucking hate, like I said, just guys that live that life, use and abuse shit, and then they try to preach to the younger guys not to use shit, stay natty, whatever, but then they go on TRT. Oh, I have to be on this for the rest of my life. You don't necessarily. I mean, you could. There are other avenues, like Pete Rubish. He was huge in the trend. He doesn't use anything now. It took him a couple years to get his blood work to normal levels, but he did it. Some people, they just, nope, that's it. I can't fucking go back. Just the way it is forever now. Like, has anyone actually told you that? Oh, I use TRT. Was a doctor prescribed? Or did you just get it from a fucking lab on the internet? I don't know. Just fucking grinds my gears, but talk about that later. Yeah, I'm just gonna go pick my kids up. I've got my free workout sitting beside me. Probably sip on that pretty soon. It's about a fucking 15-minute drive to the movie theaters from my place. It's basically going from one city to the next. And then I've got to drive back immediately after. So once I pick the girls up, we'll start sipping it. Be ready to go. Oh yeah, no pip or anything like that. Feeling pretty good. Energy's decent. Holy fuck, I've already been talking 12 fucking minutes. My god. I'm gonna end this here. See you later, folks. You'll see me in the gym. Like I've said before, I always start off the day with what I consider the biggest weakness of that muscle group, which I know some of you may be thinking, but that's all your muscles. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, I wouldn't disagree, but this day I always start off with rear delts. 4 sets, 15 reps, as you plainly seen. And I actually added a second movement for my rear delts. I've come to realize that for the amount of pressing I do, I'm not doing enough rear delts. So I added a second movement that comes right after this one. It is not a single arm movement, because that would take too long. It's just another cable variation. Use similar weights, similar rep scheme. I could just add more sets of this, but it would take way too long. Super boring. And I'm boring enough. So, back to the show. I try to keep it slow and controlled on the eccentric. At the bottom of the movement, I pause in the most stretched position for that muscle. And I try to explode up. I was fairly fatigued, so wasn't much of a boom on the way up. Starting to notice a little difference in the old rear delts. I tried on a shirt today that I bought about 5 weeks back, and because my rear delts weren't as popping as I would have liked, kind of contorted the shirt a bit because my front delts are so much bigger, and it left like points that kind of protruded from the sides because the rear delt wasn't filling that portion of the shirt. And I tried it on today, and it looks better. So some work to be done, but we're doing it. Probably noticed at this point that whenever I'm training my rear delts, I'm on a bit of an angle upward. I just have a better emphasis in my rear delts as if I was just moving in a straight line. That's just me though. I'm not here to give you advice. Alright, buddy? Do what the fuck you wanna do. I make way too many Hodge Twin references here in these videos. The next exercise is a modified variation of the dip. I didn't actually come up with this. I'm not going to take credit. I follow this guy on Instagram, Ben Yanes. He's got a lot of great scientific-based information. Thanks, Ben. And yeah, I've been trying to isolate or at least connect more with my lower pectorals. And this seemed to do the trick. Just grab a bench or anything really. Set it back far enough where you're at a steep angle and press yourself up, you big fatty. Next up, buffalo bar incline. Anywhere from 7 reps to fucking failure. This was pretty tough. This was a lot harder than I thought. It's fucking crazy because I see guys on YouTube like Mike Israetel using this bar and they'll have like 275 on the bar and it'll be slow and controlled and just fucking immaculate form. And then it's just like so much fucking harder than I imagined. Like I knew it was gonna be tough. But I've never had a crazy strong incline bench anyway. I think the most I had done was, I don't know, 325 for a pause double. But no, this is a very humbling movement. I had to drop that shit. Yeah, super challenging, and this is gonna be my main movement on this day from now on. I want to be able to at least hit 225 for sets of 7 by the end of this little cycle. And I think that's doable. I'm not looking for insane numbers, but I think that's reasonable. But all chicken, you're not touching the bar to your chest. Does that even count? Why are you being a vagina? Because my shoulder was tight. That's why. I actually did feel my right shoulder a little bit. I had mentioned in a previous video that it felt a little tight. And honestly, like, I'm still going pretty low. I'm still getting a greater range of motion than I would with just a conventional bar. So I was happy with this. Shit felt good than a motherfucker. It's okay. Not powerlifting right now. Doesn't need to touch. I'm just gonna keep telling myself that to feel better. The old Cybex chest press for 4 sets. Cool stuff, really bad angle. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about what I had noticed about myself while inspecting earlier videos. Long before I was posting shit. Looking back at like my old maxes, back when I was in my powerlifting phase. Sorry about that. I'm not happy with any of that shit. And once I start lifting in that manner again, I'm going to correct all those mistakes. Because the form is disgusting. I'm not happy with it at all. I feel like a fraud. I feel like I've been living a lie. I benched 415 pounds. It was paused, but man, the hips shot up fucking far. Like, my God. Like, if I was spotting somebody and they shot up their hips that far, I would stop. I would just walk away. Because at that point, I'd assume they were just trying to play tummy sticks with me. And I'm not going to explain what tummy sticks is. I could, because this channel is age restricted, but well, I'll let your parents talk to you about that if you're curious. So you can clearly see that this guy with the gut is doing some side lateral raises. And also I've decided I'm going to cut down a few pounds. I've randomly shot up incredibly high in weight. I'm about 285 right now. At least last time I checked. And yeah, I'm uncomfortable. So I'm going to drop down to at least a measly 270. Yeah, so if I could cut like 10-15 pounds of fat, just increase the cardio, you know? I forgot I did that niggerish shit. Brother here's a beat, he's got a bust a move, I guess. Goddamn. Anyway, if I could continue this upward spiral, like collecting some lean mass, trim down a little bit of fat. I'm not trying to be the leanest bean. I would be pretty happy with those results. You know? Because there will be a cut later on, but right now I just want to shave a little bit off. I don't really need to adjust my calories, honestly. I just need to do more cardio. Because for the longest time I've been maintaining the weight I was at. So I just up the cardio a bit. I barely do any right now. Just do more. I'll just do more. I was on the cut in the summer on these calories actually. I was doing a lot of cardio. I cut down to about 250 from 287, I think. So it's definitely doable. I'm trying to do these videos with a fucking kitten on my shoulder. God, he's clingy. Anyway, last exercise of the... Oh, you little fucker. Last exercise of the day. Shoulder press. Yeah, buddy. Aim for 15 reps. Anything I couldn't hit, I just bust out in partials. You know? Try to go fairly deep. I actually started going back to the Smith and bring the bar pretty low to the nips. But all in all, this was a good act. This was a... Oh, gosh. Oh! He's at my face. Big back. I'm not complimenting your back, I'm saying you're fat. But anyway, it was a great workout. There's not going to be any big car rant. There's no whip talk at the end. That just eats a lot of time up anyway. But yeah, I mean, if you liked it, give it a like. You could follow if you want. It's up to you. I feel so cringy doing this. And if you watched, I appreciate you. Thank you. Hulk Chicken out. My son hates when I say that, so I'm just gonna keep saying it in spite.